Happy Monday. Happy Daily Flames. So, I hope everybody's good. I missed everyone last week. Just kind of needed to regroup, so we're back. And I want to, like I promised, start going through, because everybody keeps asking, what specifically did you do in this last year to get yourself where you are? You're losing 20 pounds, which I have to say again, it just kind of, the realization of it came kind of out of nowhere. So, I don't know, I just don't look at myself, which is common, right? So when I see your guys' photos and I'm like, holy cow, wow, and you're like, I don't see a difference. Same goes for me. I didn't really see it until I looked at things a different way. The progress that I was having. So it's a really kind of, all of a sudden I just realized it, and looking at, pictures, kind of progress pictures is what really showed me the difference. So, the most important piece that we will revisit is mindset. So when I started this journey a year ago, almost a year and a half ago now, so crazy. It was, stress was pretty high, and I was always in survival mode, right? My work situation was not good. I was, definitely a never enough situation. And so I would do and it wasn't enough. So here I was breaking my back and getting this negative feedback, and so also negative browbeating myself, because I was feeling like I'm not doing a good enough job, when in reality it was just not a good situation. So stepping away from that, really having to sit down, it was very difficult. It was very tumultuous, very not a fun situation to go through, but like in all things, it usually gets worse before it gets better. And there's actually science behind that I'll share with you guys another time, with some mindset work that I'm doing with my mindset coach, Nico. It's really very cool. But yeah, so when you start having these like epiphanies and these light bulb moments, and you start trying to make these changes for the better and thinking about it, and it's thought-provoking, it's going to get harder, and that's natural because your body's fighting it because it's used to being in that, for me, it was that stressed out, not enough mode, always kind of in survival, like big time, very intense feelings of, survival, and needing to just kind of settle with work with what I had. So making that change. So the biggest first step that I will tell you kind of brought on this year of progress for me was sitting down with myself and really writing it out on paper. It's therapeutic, so write it out. Where are you today? What's happening in your life, right? What is going on right now in your life for you? And then be honest, right? Just get it all out. Where am I, right? And then where do I want to be? Where do I see myself in the best version of myself, in the healthiest, whatever that means to you? Where do I see myself? Visualize it and write it down. And then from there, you're taking that, and I had to go all through all of this, and it was a lot. It was a very emotional. But what comes out of the other side of it, and through this work of actually writing it down, is a huge load of stress management and action steps to what you really need to do, right? So where are you right now? Where do you see yourself? Where do you want to be? Okay. And then all very detailed. What action steps now do you know you need to take to get closer to where you see yourself? And then what things do you need to do less of to get to where you want to see yourself? This is in all things. This is not just your physical body, we look like on the outside. It's just it's, you know, just this physical thing. It's your inner health, your mental health, with your family, with your career. What are those things that we all have them that we know we need to do, and we stall on it because there's sometimes a lot of work, and sometimes it's just a lot of emotional work. But also, what do we need to do less of? Because I can list off 100 million things that I was doing that I didn't need to be doing, that I shouldn't have been doing, that I needed to like stop yesterday in order to propel myself forward. So that's the first piece, and that's a huge piece. So I would encourage you to do that for yourself. This is going to be kind of a packed week with all of this kind of stuff, but again, this started a year and a half ago, and this wasn't like a one-time thing. This is something I was continually working through. Every time that felt like I was stalling in any one of these areas in my life, whether it was, you know, my family or, you know, my mental focus, you know, my mental well-being, work, obviously this huge new endeavor, I had to sit myself down and take myself through those things again. So it's huge. It's really huge. Kind of reassessing, I like to call it how to get back on your dragon. Reassessing where you are and where you need to be. What do we need to do more of, and what do we need to do less of in all of these pieces to see yourself as the successful human that you know you are, and that it's just untapped. You just have to tap into it. So that's the first piece. I'll be back tomorrow with more. And yes, for sure, tomorrow with more. Okay, guys, have a great night. I'll talk to you soon.